Hello, my name is Chris Dark. I'm the equipment sales manager for Spectrum Paint. Today we're going to be going over the priming and flushing of the SaniSpray HP10, HP20 corded and cordless units. And the main reason we want to go over the proper priming is because if you do not prime it correctly, it will end up wearing out the pump prematurely. So we want to make sure everybody understands the proper way to prime the unit. And what we're going to do is, we've already loaded the material or the cup up with water, and we're just testing with water today just to show you the basics of it. But we always like to start off on low pressures, so I always turn it down to about 4 or 5, and you've got your pressure control on the back of the unit, and it numbered up to 10, so I'll turn it down to 4. And what we've got to do is, this is your prime knob. Forward like this is for spray, down is for priming. Now the first thing you've got to do with the unit, whether it's the 10 or the corded unit, is you've got to make sure and get all the air out of the bladder. And the way you do that is you've got a little cap right here on the side. You open that cap, tilt the unit to the side, and you get the air all the way on the side over here until you get water coming out. Close your cap. Then once you've done that, it's ready to prime the unit. So to prime the unit, you want to start off with it upside down. So you turn your unit upside down and then pull your trigger, and you will see bubbles coming out the prime valve into the bladder. And you can tell by the difference, the way it sounds once material's going through. And the reason you want to turn it upside down is so that way the product is getting right to the pump. Because running the machine without any material going through it, it gets hot internally, and so the product is basically like antifreeze to a car motor. It helps cool down the packings and everything internally while it's spraying. So once you've got the air out, you can turn it back over, and there possibly will be some little bubbles inside, but that's okay. Once you've got that set, you turn your knob forward to spray, and then you can pull the trigger, and you've got material coming out. And you can, once you've got material coming out, and that you can adjust the pressure to what works best for you. Because some people may want to turn it down, they're not going as fast. Others are going to go faster and cover more area, so you can turn the pressure up because you're going to get more material coming out, and turning it down for slower people, so that way you're not over flooding what you're spraying. So once you've got it primed, you're ready to go. Now we're going to go over the flushing of the unit, which is the exact same thing as priming. Once you've sprayed, if you've got material left in the bladder, these come with a plug. I recommend having 2 different cups, one for flushing and one to keep your sanitizer in. The reason I like that is, one is, you don't have to worry about dumping out the sanitizer, cleaning it out, and putting water in it. If you have 2 different cups, one for flushing and one for your material, once you're done and ready to spray, you just turn the cup that way, it comes off. You put your black plug into the top, then get your water to flush. Get the notches lined up, and there's no set way of how to get it on. You can have the knob up here in the front or over on the side. Either way is going to work the same. But once you've got your water hooked up, you do the same process. You open the cap, turn the machine over on its side, squeeze all the air out of the bladder until you get water coming through the cap. Close your cap, turn your knob to prime. Again, You'll turn the unit upside down, pull the trigger. Got material. Turn the knob to spray, and recommend turning the tip backwards and pull the trigger and just flush water through it. It's going to flush the inside, the front side of the tip, and then once you've flushed a little bit through the tip, through the front, turn it around, pull the trigger, run probably about half the material through the cup, you know, just to flush out the pump. Once your pump's flushed, you can put it back to prime and put it in your bag, and you're ready for storage.